Hello world! My name is Julia, I'm a painter and 3D artist and I'm from Ukraine. I live here and this is my home. I created this channel to tell people about digital art, 3D world, share my technology and my experience and to be a part of this industry. On February 24, Russian troops invaded Ukraine and the war began. We woke up at 5 a.m. from the sounds of bombing. It was terrible. The war came to our houses and it changed the lives of millions of Ukrainian people. Today, as never before, you have to support Ukrainian people, because what is happening here is very terrible. We are fighting for our freedom, all Ukrainian people. Today I will share my technology and it will be a very informative video. It's all free, but you can help and support Ukrainian people. I can help you and you can help Ukraine. Even in this difficult time, I continue to work to create 3D models, working on my videos, and I didn't stop because we have to win. And I have to tell the whole world about the incredible Ukrainian people. We are strong Ukrainian nation and I stay in Ukraine, I stand with Ukraine and with Ukrainian people. I'm a 3D environment artist and today I'm gonna model in the Motherland Monument located in Kyiv. Разом до перемоги! Тому що саме зараз ми можемо розповісти всьому світу, наскільки у нас неймовірні, талановиті, безстрашні люди. І ми маємо розповісти всьому світу, хто такі українці. Слава Україні, слава Збройним силам України і нашим захисникам. Віримо в власну перемогу. I hope this video will help you to get better. Don't stop learning 3D modeling. And I hope that when you will become a famous 3D artist, you will remember that one of the sources of your education was Ukrainian Girls YouTube channel. If you don't know what to model or you can decide which style to work in, do what you love because life is really short and you shouldn't spend it on other people's wishes. I started not with the cube but with the cylinder. My first goal is to create this monument from ordinary geometric shapes and close to the original. I'm gonna edit in my shapes. I use mirror modifier. In fact, today I'm gonna use many different modifiers. It will help me save my time. Now I use tools like extrude, scale, move, rotate. Those tools are simplest. Everyone knows about it, and that even using such tools you can make the good model. Loop tool circle. I like this add-on, it helped me in such situations. So important to follow the correct topology. A good wireframe is a key to the good model. Remember that. This is like in academic drawing, we can, for example, find many geometric shapes in a portrait and start with a straight line, and then after a while it will be realism. I think the 3D models helps to understand better professional art, and professional art better to understand 3D modeling. Here I use mirror modifier for symmetry, but the other hand has a different movement, has a different direction, and I will edit this vertex. Proportional editing objects mode, moving my geometry. Modeling of the head of the statue. I create a foundation base forms, which I will then sculpt. First, I create the basic low poly model. A very important thing is to find proportions, balance between forms. I have a few references if I had drawing in perspective, it would help me do it faster. But really, I will be looking for proportions and balance through the video. It always happens, we can't find it the first time. I use several types of perspective. You need to look at the model from different angles, it's important. So nothing complicated here, just create the models using those reference. 3D modeling a low poly third. If I were creating a game asset, I would be using the same way to create the low poly model. Let's not forget that our topology says how well you can model. Now I don't need to follow the standards, because I'm not making the model as a game asset. If you don't know what to model, or you can decide which style to work in, for example, realism, sci-fi, whatever. Actually, if you don't know to work in the game industry, or movies, or maybe cartoons, or something else, but you know what? I will tell you. Do what you really love. No need to choose the path of other people, your path is inquire, and depends only on you. Do what you love, because life is really short, and you shouldn't spend it on other people's wishes. If you are going to do your winner up, then using a mirror modifier will help you save space and time. I think that if you want to get better at 3D modeling, you have to know and think, analyze different ways to create a model and choose the best option. You have to analyze, then you will be better. 3D modeling of this shield. This is very simple object. After creating the shield, I will model the hand in which the mother holds the shield. I will show you how to use the cylinder in the low poly models. You can use only a quarter of the entire cylinder and use the mirror modifier. This will make it easier to create UV and will take up less space. But in different cases we use different ways. Anyway, you have to know about it. Now I have to finish modeling a woman's hands. It's very simple. I choose the best option. After that I will create the last object in this scene. The important thing is that I have to follow the proportions. This is a comparison of body to head, object to body. I have a reference for this, but they don't have an exact face or profile perspective. When I do sculpt, I will definitely look for those proportions. So this is the last object in this scene. First I make it separate, and then I combine objects to create textures. I repeat the combined mass of this object. The main thing now is to make the normal topology and make the basic model. Here's another additional object, and that is very important in this model. Here I use a regular cube and array modifier. Using add-ons and modifiers will save you time, but in this case it not only saves you time, but will make the location of the cubes accurate in coordination. The distance between them will be the same. It's very good, and the main thing is that I can do it in several teams. Now my model is almost ready for sculpting. Lastly, I have to add additional geometry, additional edges, that's important. Subdivision surface modifier. I need more faces for sculpting, so I'm using this modifier. Now my model has such wireframe, and here such it looks after this modifier. I will show you speed sculpting. Of course, sculpting takes a lot of time, and if I pause this video without editing, it will take tens of hours. I study sculpture at the Academy of Arts. I will graduate from this academy in a few months, and I'm very glad that for 3 years I have studied sculpture on a professional level. Yes, the fact that I will use valuable knowledge in the 3D industry, and I think this is just beginning, and I will perfect my skills and aim in high level in the 3D industry. I have some videos about sculpture on my channel, and I think if you want to be a better artist, you need to study sculpture. This is very good skill, can create interesting and inquire models, as well as create good high poly models. I think that the following models I will already sculpt in ZBrush. So if you would like to see the video from the ZBrush soft, write it in the comments. sculpture, it's important to do all the stages gradually. You can do the details at the early stage, or sculpt a portrait when you didn't sculpt other parts. My teacher told me that if I want to be an artist, I have to live by art. I was 13 years old when I heard this. He told me that it would be a very difficult path and tens of thousands of hours of practice. Then I thought, what does it mean to live by art? I have drew and studied a lot. I have painted almost every day and saw my progress. But he kept telling me that to be an artist you have to live by art. And only after 6 years of study I realized what it really means. When I create models like this, I think about it all the time, even when I'm not at the computer. My thoughts on what I need to do to make the model look close to the conditional ideal. Sometimes artists can think for an hour to put one stroke of watercolor paint, and this one stroke will be just brilliant. Similar in 3D modeling, I can spend hours of thinking about what I need to do or change to make my model looks better, because the artist thinks and analyzes. Each artist has his or her own technique, own approach, and own way of creation. And I want to say that during the creation of this model I made a lot of such efforts and was inspired by the process of creation. It takes a lot of time to think like an artist, to see like an artist, and to be an artist. It has already taken me more than 8 years of professional study. I hope that someday you will learn more about my past in art and why I love 3D art. I was very inspired by the video tutorial from the Ducky 3D channel. This guy makes incredibly interesting content. I saw a tutorial on Ducky's 3D channel. This is a great video, so if you want to create such materials, to create such atmosphere 3D scene with light, go to Ducky's 3D channel and try to do something similar. On his channel you will be able to find a lot of good videos. If you use Blender, you will like it.